A very good morning, Zimbabwe and the world, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network, where we give you the latest trending news in the nation of Zimbabwe without fear, without favor. And at this point in time, we are taking a look on what's happening in the nation Namibia. ZANU PF has sent a delegation to Namibia, led by the Secretary for War Veterans League, Comrade Douglas Mahia, and Deputy Secretary for Commissariat, Comrade Webster Shamu. They are already in Namibia, and they've joined other revolutionary sister parties in solidarity with SWAPO, which is facing defeat on 27 November 2024. This is what we wish to see. We need to see change happening right here in the SADC region, and we just pray that the people of Namibia will vote wisely and will vote for change and will vote for other parties other than SWAPO. So this is what is happening, and it seems as if ZANU PF is actually putting its tentacles in each and every state. They started with South Africa. They were visible. They campaigned in South Africa, and from South Africa, they then moved to Mozambique. They influenced everything, did a lot of things right there in Mozambique. And from Mozambique, we saw them in Botswana, and also from Botswana, we are now seeing them in Namibia. And it seems as if they are trying by all means possible to do everything it takes for ruling parties to stay in power forever and evermore. Not only ruling parties, but what they call Liberation Party movements. And they do not care whether what they are doing is in line with what the people in their respective countries are demanding. What they need is to stay in power forever and evermore. And it's a very sad situation. We have seen lots of reactions from various quarters, various parties, various people across, and they've actually spoken about this, especially the people in Namibia. They've registered their dissatisfaction with ZANU PF. We've seen Honorable Ina Ingari. She was on the forefront speaking against ZANU PF influence and interference in the Namibian elections, and that is something which is very, very important to note. Lakson Zobo says muchajigisa vanhu, and it seems as if ZANU PF is doing everything they could to make sure that they remain in power, they remain in influential positions. So this is the Namibian newspaper. They've actually reported about ZANU PF tentacles, and they say ZANU PF's shadow of interference. So they've put it on the map to say they are looking forward to interfere in Mozambique. They've interfered in Mozambique, in South Africa, in Botswana, in Namibia, and also they are working to influence in Zambia. We've seen so many confrontations with Zambian people because of whatever they think that it's necessary for them to be doing so. So this is the culture of ZANU PF. This is how ZANU PF operates, and it's a very, very dangerous situation. And at a certain point in time, they talked, Ian Kama talked about the SADC need to expel and sanction Zimbabwe if found to have interfered in regional elections. But the major question is, will SADC make such a move? So the only way SADC can make such a move is when, if the Botswana president, who is the man in charge of the secretariat, if they agree to actually bring democracy to SADC, if they agree to deal with all those issues without fear or favor, that is the only situation which is going to bring us something which is tangible, something which is far much better. So, you know, it's very bad to see what is really happening in the SADC region. Up to date says, why is Zimbabwe government taking sides, yet they hold the chairmanship of SADC? Shouldn't they show leadership of being fair to all sides? If there is inter-party acrimony, would they be able to mediate like in Mozambique right now? Something very important being asked right here by Up to Date. This is Koma Peter. You know, when you are the referee and you then take a position of a player, you have become a problem. So Mudzuri says external interference in internal affairs of a neighboring country. They care about sovereignty when it's about Zimbabwe, but when it's about other countries, they do not care about sovereignty. And this makes us question, where is your sovereignty issues? You always talk about sovereignty. Where is your issues of sovereignty? Why are you not involving the issues of sovereignty when you are involving yourself in other countries? That is something which is very, very important right there. And okay, Takunda says izvozvi ndo zviri kudyisa these so-called revolutionary parties zvekudyidzana neZANU PF. Our prayer is that dai zvaibvira ma-elections ekunamibia, dai opposition yawina zvayo. ZANU PF has become a menace in this region, and we no longer need ZANU PF. The prince says we have to examine our collective fascination with these old people who should ordinarily be retired but keep representing themselves as saviors to our generation. This is something which is so powerful, because I have looked at the issue of interference from the old people. When you are working in the civil service and you reach 65 years, they will tell you that you have to retire. But even they want to reach 100 years in charge, even life, they want you to be in charge for life. And they don't care about the consequences. They don't care that they are inept. They don't care that they are washed. They don't care about that they are no longer effective. All they want is power at all cost. So zvikanzi pasvika ZANU hapabude chinhu, vakaenda paBotswana apo asi chakazobuda hapana. This is Charles Maguduru. And De Bruyne says, you have no shame at all. Why would you want to influence the elections there? So this is what is happening in Team Zimbabwe and Team SADC. It's a very sad situation to see ZANU PF putting its tentacles each and every in the country, trying by all means possible to influence the outcomes of other countries' elections. And they ignore literally the sovereignty issues. They ignore the issues raised by the opposition in those countries. And they only consider, no, this is what we believe in. That is the only thing which they consider. So it's a very sad situation, and we'll continue to monitor, we'll continue to watch and see what is happening right there in other countries, particularly the Namibian election, which is coming very, very soon. And we will be looking to see who is going to emerge victorious. Our prayers are with those who are in the opposition, and we are praying that they win this election and they manage to stop ZANU PF interference and ZANU PF boys. It is what it is. We'll continue to watch and see. We'll continue to speak and be in solidarity with each and every country in the region. Mozambique, we are going to watch and see if they're going to meet on the 26th of this month. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Let us